Today, the last session, they are covered up to 105. Today is 106, 7, and 108 name of Bhagavad-Gita. They are Jnaana-gangaayai Namah, Shree-Krishna-priyatamaayai Namah, Sarva-mangalaayai Namah. Jnana-ganga, I will do at the end. We'll start with Shree-Krishna-priyatamaayai. What is Priya? What is loving to us? What is lovable to us? What is dear to us? We want it to be near us. What is dear? We want to be near us. And what is near, we want to hear. Right? So for the mother, the child is so dear when it is small. Afterwards, see, it wants to always keep that child close to her. And even small prattling of that child, she wants to hear. Sometimes they don't prattle, they cry loudly, especially when you're flying. And this fellow is screaming to the top of the voice, even surpassing the sound of the flight also. And everybody is disturbed except the mother. Mother just smiles. Because everybody is, what is going on? Mother loves to hear that voice. So what is dear is near. What is near, you want to hear. So therefore, Bhagavan also says in Bhagavad-Gita, those who even hear Gita, they gain moksha. Even those who hear. So the greatness of Gita is not only in study or sharing the thoughts, but even when you hear. That's why Gurudev, when he started to speak on Bhagavad-Gita, he said just to hear, that's all enough. It is always said, it is very well known also, easiest way to man's heart is through stomach. Correct? Khana de do. Very tasty food you give, you win the heart. Bhagavan Krishna says, easiest way to reach Bhagavan's heart is by hearing Bhagavan's words. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Shakyam, Atmanivedanam. Idi Navavida Bhakti. First one is what? Shravanam, listening. In Upanishad, in Vedanta also, first one is Shravanam, Mananam, then Nididhyasana. So this is Shravana Mahima. Listening is very important. All that we have learned in our life are by hearing somebody talking about it. What is the color of this flower? This one. Huh? Who told you? Somebody told you at some time, right? You did not know before that. Either your mother or father or teacher, somebody pointed out this is yellow, this is rose, this is blue, this is green. You never questioned it. When the teacher or the mother said, this is yellow, how? You never questioned that. At that child's mind, it takes it. Whatever is coming from the authentic person, the mother or father, why should they even tell something which is not true? So, you believe not only the words, You believed those words because you believed in the person. If some stranger says, you would always question. So Bhagavan says, Yetu dharmya mridam idam yatoktam paryupasate. In 12th chapter, he speaks about the greatness of his devotees and also the qualities of those devotees. Those who follow that, Yetu dharmya mridam idam yatoktam paryupasate Shraddadana mat paramaha bhaktaste tiva me priyaha. Ativa me priyaha. They will be the most dear. What is I said? Who is dear is near. That means what? If you become dear to God, you are near to God. And when you are near to God, he will hear you. Huh? भगवान सुनते नहीं. There's a song also, नहीं? अब उसको बुलाते नहीं है. द्रौपदी के जैसा बुलाओ, आपके पास आ जाएगा. खिलाते नहीं आप. Huh? You don't feed him that way. So when Bhagavan is very near to you, you don't need to worry about it at all. So bhaktaha ativa me priyaha. Who are the bhaktas? Shraddadana mat paramaha. Those who have faith. See, that is why great Mahatmas and great composers, Tyagaraja, Purandradas, Surdas, everybody. Their sadhana is only what? Kirtan. Right? And this Kirtanam came out of Shravana. They've heard the glories of the Lord. Recently, it's today or today morning. The chess champion from Andhra only. But what's his name? Chennai. From Chennai. Some guy, Mukesh or Murugesh, somebody. Mukesh. You go, huh? Oh. Mukesh. Mukesh. He was asked this question. You are young. How you had that mental strength to make you keep going, because you need a lot of strength in your mind, because you can always doubt when you are playing. You have to have high concentration. So how you are able to concentrate, because the champion is standing and sitting in front of you. Think about it. This is the first time he's entering into that area of challenge. My mother every day taught me in the evening when I was about to go to bed, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, and told me, you can be strong. You can be a hero. This is very interesting. You watch that interview. So, what gave strength? Bhagavan had to us. Have that strength. Give complete attention to that. Shraddha-dana. There is no doubt in this. Even today's world, and young man, like he is only 16 or 17. He was asked this question and he said, my mother always taught me, you can be Rama, you can be Krishna, you can be Arjuna. Provided you have that feeling that Bhagavan is with you, then you can surely take leap, not step, leap. So what we see here is Shraddadana mat paramaha bhakta te ativa me priyaha. This was Shree-Krishna-priyatamaayai. So most dear to Bhagavan is Gita. And you become dear to Bhagavan only when you listen to Gita. Bhagavad-Gita kinchitadita ganga jalalava karnika pita sakrita piyena murari samarcha kriyate tasya yamena nacharcha. In Bhajagovindam, what did he say? Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Bhagavad-Gita kinchit adida. Little you read. That's why in this year we have taken this project of sadhana of, I don't know how many of you are following the blog also. 1 or 2 verses a day. Every day. I told you also. Keep it next to your bed. Either before going to bed or as soon as you wake up, read 2 verses. That's all. In the whole year, you'll finish all the 700 verses. Kinchit. See, medicine or anything which is precious, you always take a little only. Prasad also, you get only little. Right? We'll get little. That is what is important. Take it in a smaller doses. It is like, what do you call that? And you tip shots. Nowadays, people don't have much time, patience, to watch 1 hour video and all this. 1 minute. Oh, next 1 minute, another one. So, kinchit adita. Gita also kinchit. Bhagavad-Gita kinchati tida. And also he said, Ganga jala lavana. See, lavana. Lavana means lava, kanika. Ganga jala lava kanika. 1 drop of Ganges water. Ganga is known for the Punya Tirtha. So therefore, Ganga jala lava kanika pita. So he gave 3 important things to do. Bhagavan Shankaracharya said, read Gita every day, drink a little bit of Ganges water, then do 1 simple puja of Bhagavan. Sakritapiyena murari samarcha. Samarcha means worship. Sakritapi. But small, little bit also. Again, you do it. What? Murari. Bhagavan's puja. Offer flowers with few words or few names of the Lord. If you do that, what is the result? Tasya yamena na charcha. When Yama comes, he will have no argument with you. Kriyate tasya yamena na charcha. The Lord Yama, when it comes to you, he will actually very respectfully take you to Bhagavan's abode. So if every day we can do a little bit of this, yes, that is why Bhagavad Priya, what is that? Bhagavad-Gita is Priyatama. Shree-Krishna-priyatamaayai Namah. And not only that, in Bhajagovindam itself, Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Deyam Shripadi Rupamachasram Nyeyam Sajjana Sange Chittam Deyam Dina Danaya Chavittam. Again he points out, Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. Please sing the Gita. And 1,000 names of the Lord if you can. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Deyam Shripati Rupam Achasram. Remember the Lord. And take yourself to satsang. Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam. Take your mind to satsang. You are all in satsang right now. You're sat and sang, right? That's called satsang. People have Samsung, but not satsang. So, satsang. Neyam sajjana sange chittam. Take your mind to the right thought. And then he also said, share your wealth with people who really want it. Deyam dina janaya chavittam. Give money to people who really are in need of it. Don't give it to the politicians. Give it to people who really need that money. So then there also he said, sing the Gita. So Bhagavan's most dear thing is Bhagavad-Gita. Adyeshe teja imam dharmyam samvadam avayoho. Towards the end, in 18th chapter, he says, Adyeshe cha imam dharmyam samvadam avayoho. Imam dharmyam, he says, between us, whatever happened, Arjuna and me, me, this one, Jnana-yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. One who is worshipping me through the understanding of this conversation. This conversation, when you come to listen, this is the greatest conversation. It came in the form of Gita because it is Nara-Narayana Samvad. The conversation between God and human. We converse with so many people. You start conversing with God, it will become totally different. Because there is no phone usage there. You don't need iPhone. You don't need iPad. None of those. You can directly communicate with the Lord. So take it as a sadhana to talk to Bhagavan. Now, many times we may have so many things to say, but we do not know whom to say. Because so many things that we are in our heart, we do not know whom to tell. Because anybody whom we tell, they start judging us. Correct? So we are very afraid. We do not want to tell anybody because we feel that, they will start looking at us in a judgmental way. So if you have that kind of feeling, one person whom you can go to is Bhagavan. Directly start conversing with Bhagavan. I'm telling you, it will release you so much. Because he knows what to do. We don't have that Shraddha, that's a problem. If we have that faith in God and talk to him directly, open-heartedly, then you see how much of your heaviness in your heart gets relieved. Nowadays, we don't believe. That's why all these psychiatrists make money, Because we go and pay to that shrink. I don't know why they call shrink, But they pay money to the shrink to not only pay the money and then give problem also. So they listen because you are giving money. Otherwise, why should they listen? Earlier, they come to Swamis also. So at least go directly to Bhagavan. Why any intermediate? No, goes directly. So that's why Bhagavan says, those who listen to this very conversation, Narayana Samvad Avayoho Dharmyam Adyeshede, those who teach to people, Jnana-yajnena, as the yajna of Jnanam, Tena Aham Ishtaha. They are those people who worship me in this way. By Jnana-yajna, me matihi syam, te ishtahasya, I am most dear for them. Gurudev also said, Gita Jnana-yajna is essentially, I am talking to Bhagavan, not to anybody else. Through you, I am talking to him. You would say, you are only an excuse. I am talking to him. I am conversing with Bhagavan, with you, through you. And through me, you are listening to him. We are only the two, external factors. Through me, you are listening to him. Through you, I am talking to him. That's how Gurudev used to say. Therefore, Gita is Shree-Krishna-priyatamaayai, most dear. The last one is Sarva-mangalaayai. As I said, I will take Jnana-gangaayai at the end of it. This Mangala, the very word means auspiciousness. Auspiciousness is that on which you do not have suspiciousness. I often say this, one place where I went, they were introducing me. This is Swami Ishwarananda, and then this and that. And then that person said, in his suspicious presence, we'll start the program. I said that. Because he was reading, and then instead of yes, instead of yay, he started in his auspicious presence and suspicious. Only one difference, one letter difference. Auspicious and suspicious. So auspicious is what? That which remains holy all the time. That is called Mangalam. So in our Hindu tradition, Tulsi is considered one of the ingredients of Mangala, auspicious. So that if you have it at home, it is auspicious. When you have it as a part of your puja, that is auspicious. Second one is haldi. Huh? That is what? Manjal, what do you call that? Turmeric. Turmeric is auspicious. Then is from turmeric only you make kumkum also, that is auspicious. And from turmeric only you put the uncut rice. You mix the uncut rice. It's called akshata. It should not be done in a cut rice. You have to uncut rice. That's why akshata. So akshata, when mixed with the turmeric, it becomes auspicious. Because the moment you mixed anything with turmeric, it will never go bad. So that's the power of turmeric. So turmeric is also considered as auspicious. So tulsi, turmeric, akshata, kumkum, and vibhuti. That is what you call bhasma. That is also, and chandan. These are all, that's why we offer these things to the Lord. Because they remain always auspicious. So what is Mangala? That which remains always the same. Always auspicious. Therefore, Gita is, when was it given? To whom? For Arjuna, almost 6,000 or more years back. Even today, the teachings are so relevant. Even today's problem, all over the world, human beings' problems are the same. Intolerance. Between faith and faith, there's no tolerance. Between person to person, there's no tolerance. Between one race to another race, there's no tolerance. One caste to another caste, there's no problem. There is intolerance. One religion to another religion, there is intolerance. Is it not? Look at around. Why these universities and other things, and they have no other, they have to support study. Nothing else to do. They have nothing to do with the religion or none of those things. They just, politics must be outside these things. But then, unnecessarily these elements get in. Instead of studying, they do something else. So all these are all because of intolerance. Our tolerance level has gone down so much. Even physical pain, we cannot tolerate that easily. One sneeze, Tylenol. Some people take Tylenol even before they get cold. I'm likely to get cold. Yeah, I mean, person to person, obviously, there's no tolerance. Today also somebody was saying, two people nowadays living together, you know that. No? So they were living together for 8 years and got married. 1 month they got divorced. 8 years you've been living together. How you become intolerant suddenly? Because expectations, commitments. So there is no tolerance at all. So Mangalam is that which gives us the inner strength. Knowledge of Gita gives us the deeper sense of being and higher purpose of living, and thereby anything that is temporary, small pinpricks of life, one who is able to overcome so easily. And yet, insignificant. I don't want to even worry about these things. My mind doesn't go there. Why? It is of no importance. When we have no lofty goals in life, small things become of great worry. See, when you are traveling, when your goal is set where you want to reach, you don't mind inconveniences on the way. Because your goal is straight. I want to reach there. When you don't have that goal, then obviously every small thing will stop you. So, Bhagavad-Gita gives us the loftiest goal, freedom, liberation, moksha. And once you have that in your mind, then everything else fall in place. Because if I want my inner freedom, I can tolerate any kind of inconvenience. Because my freedom is my choice. Nobody can give me this. I have to claim it. And I have to claim it, I have to work on it. And therefore, I don't have time for anything else. As simple as that. Any small pinpricks doesn't matter. It doesn't come on my way. So, Mangalakarayai Namah. Mangalayai Namah. So that's why he said, Sanjaya, towards the end in 18th chapter, says, Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanah Samvadam imam asrausham Adbhutam Romaharshanam. It is Adbhutam, it is so unique, so exhilarating to me. I have got this opportunity because it was Dhritarashtra who asked that question, what is going on? If you had not asked the question, you would not have got that ability to see it. And Vyasa gave him, you can really know what's going on. Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanah Samvadam. Samvadam is conversation, not Vada. Vada means argument. It is Samvad. Samvad means conversation. Where the people, two people, when they converse, they try to understand each other, not argue with each other. Even though many places Arjuna looked like arguing to him, but he always said, I don't understand what you are saying. Please explain to me. In all our Puranas also, it is Samvad. It's a conversation between the teacher and the taught. And also it says, Vyasa Prasadat Shrutavan. By the grace of Vyasa, I heard it. Because Vyasa, he's the one who gave this divine drishti to Sanjaya. You can not only see what is happening, you can even hear what is going on. You can even know what they are thinking. Vyasa prasadat shrutavan edat guhyatamam param. This is most secret teaching that took place. Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishnat. This yoga, from whom did we hear? Swayam, from Bhagavan himself. Yogeshwara Sakshat Katayata Swayam. Bhagavan himself spoke. Lord himself. See, all the Puranas, if you look at it, it's the rishis who are speaking. It's only Bhagavad-Gita, it is Bhagavan himself is talking. This conversation is directly from the Lord to human. That is why it is so powerful. With the help of grace of Vyasa, I could hear this. Rajan samsmritya. Oh Rajan, Sanjaya says, oh Dhritarashtra, remembering it again and again and again this. Samvadam imam adbhutam. This great conversation I heard, again and again I remember, Keshava Arjuna yoho punyam. Between Keshava and Arjuna, which is most auspicious. Rishyami cha muhurmuhu. Again and again and again and again and again. It's so joyful. It is like newly married, they look at the wedding video again and again. Rishyami cha muhurmuhu. Only after some time they don't want to see it. But here, Sanjaya says, I want to hear, I want to repeat this in my mind again and again and again and again and again. You know, some of the things are immortal. That's why I said Mangala means what? It never perishes. How many of us have heard Ramayana? Various, both of them are raising their hand. So how many times we have heard? But still, if it comes in the, when they air it in the, or put it in the tea, again and again people watch it. A few months back I was in San Jose and I was handling this Valmiki Ramayana Sundarkand. Sundarkand, the glory of Hanumanji mainly. So it was in Fremont, right? And every evening for 5, 6 days, 5, 6 evenings I was there. So when I first decided this is the topic which I'm taking, I was little in my mind, I have a doubt. See, Bhagavad-Gita and these are all jnanam, you know. So, but Sundarakand is about, glory of Hanuman. The hall was more than full, over 500 people, and January it was raining, cloudy, cold, filled to the brim. The first day itself, how many of you do not know Ramayana? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody knows the story. But still, again we want to hear. Why? Because every time we hear something happens. It is such wonderful thing it is. So the Gita also, as and when you hear something new that comes up. Gurudev was asked this question, Swamiji, 40 years you are speaking on the same subject. Every day. Are you not bored? He said, not at all. Because every time I speak, I hear myself. I learn from what I say. Every time I open the subject, it gives me something totally different. Even Mahatma Gandhi said very clearly, whenever I was in trouble, when I'm not able to take a decision, I go to Mother Gita, open any page, there is a solution. Immediately, I understand, okay, this is what I need to do. That is the glory of this Gita, which is Mangalam. Mangalayanam, meaning what? It is always auspicious, never perishing, ever pure, ever divine, ever auspicious. And he says, this knowledge, when it is heard, last verse, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhudihi, Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. Where Yogeshwara Krishna, the one who is the Ishwara, the Lord of Yoga. Dhanurdaraha, Arjuna. Wherever there is this Arjuna who is ready to fight, with the knowledge that is given by Krishna, where there is spiritual, Gurudev used to say, where there is a spiritual brilliance and excellence in action. These two come together, there, Tatra, Shri, prosperity, Vijaya, victory, Budhihi, abundance, Dhruva Nitihi, firm policy, Iti Matir Mama. This is for sure. So, this knowledge gives greater prosperity even in the world. This is not for only renunciates or sannyasis. This knowledge is given to a warrior, a kshatriya, a person who is ready to fight a war, ready to take up a challenge, ready to fight his enemies. Not a recluse or a person who is living in solitude. In fact, Gita can serve both of them. It can give people the correct technique of how to live in this world and win. At the same time, how to claim the final liberation also. Both it is capable of giving us. That's why it is Sarva-mangalaayai Namah. It is most auspicious. So it is most dear to the Lord and most auspicious. Now we come to the last one, Jnaana-gangaayai Namah. Many of you might have seen Ganga. It comes from where? It comes from the head of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has captured it on his matter locks, as though. So the matter locks are nothing but Himalayas, if you can imagine. Because if you see Himalayas from a higher elevation, you will see layers and layers and layers and layers. It's like Jata of the Lord. From there only it starts. Actually, it is starting from the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. Vishnu Pada. And then comes down to Shiva's head. And from there, it flows down to the plains and then finally reaches the ocean again. Serving so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It is considered as the most holiest rivers in the world. Ganga is considered as the most holy river in the world. It is interesting that they have proved that you take a bottle of Ganges anywhere. It may look muddy and unclear, etc. But if you keep it for at least one day, you will find all the sediments settle down and the top part of it will become crystal clear. No other river can do that. It's absolutely clear. So that is the beauty of Ganges. And the Ganges is, used as Abhishekam for the Lord. And even people who are just about to leave their body, they give the Ganges. So because it is in the Ganga Stotram, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, first itself he says that Jaya Jaya Gange, Jaya Hara Gange, Jaya Jaya Gange, Jaya Gange. So, Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange, Hima Vidu Mukta Davada Tarange. Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange. Tarangini means which lot of waves. Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange. One which is coming from the Haripada. And you are Himavidu Mukta Davala Tarange. Your waves are like what? Himavidu, like the snow. Davala. Himavidu Mukta, like the pearls, that you are so bright and beautiful. So the waves of the Ganges, when it flows, it is so beautiful to see. Those who go to Gangotri should see the beauty of Ganges. So, Hima Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange, Hima Vidu Mukta Davala Tarange. So I changed a little bit. Harimukha Padma Tarangini Gite, Veda Vedanta Davala Tarange. What it means is Harimukha Padma Tarangini Gite. Where does Gita come from? Hari Mukha Padma Tarangini. As a wave coming out of the lotus mouth of the Lord. Hari Mukha Padma Tarangini Gange. And what did it have? Veda Vedanta Davala Tarangi. Here the waves are nothing but the teachings of Veda and Vedanta. It's just a little tweak, that's all it is. Then next line is Turi Kuru Mama Dushkruti Bharam. The bharam or the heat of the samsara which I am carrying, please remove that. Duri Kuru Mama Dushkruti Bharam Kuru Kripaya Baba Sagara Bharam. Make me cross this sagara. Make me cross this samsara sagar, the ocean of samsara. That is the same, which I actually, without giving any copyright, I just copied that. Turi Kuru Mama Dushkruti Param, Kuru Kripaya Baba Sagara Param. May you make me cross over this ocean of samsara. Then in that Ganga Sutram, Tava chain mata shrotra snata punarapi jatare sopina jata. Tava chet mata shrota snata. Those who are able to take a dip in your flow. Shrota means flow. Those who are able to take a dip in your flow, punarapi jatare sopina jata. Meaning, that such people will never be born again in the mother's womb. Meaning what? This is your last birth. Some people say, no, I want to become more Madhavs. But if even once you take a dip in Ganges, no more birth for you. Only with that you go to Ganges. Huh? No more birth for me. Take a bath. So here I twisted a little bit. Tava chain mata stotra snadaha. So those who are taking dip in your stotram, punarapi jatare sobina jata. Then, when they take a dip in your teaching, there is no more rebirth then. As I said, once you hear, moksha is assured. So, taking a dip in the stotram, Gita, various verses that are there, when one takes a dip in that, there is no question of rebirth. Then, next line says, Naraka nivarini Janavi Gange Kalusha Vinashini Mahimotunge. Naraka Nivarini. One who removes the Naraka. I changed it. Naraka Nivarini Bhagavati Gite. Oh Bhagavati Gite, Naraka Nivarini. Remover of Naraka. Kalusha Vinashini. One who removes all the impurities. Mahima Uttunge. That is your greatness. That you remove Naraka and also all the impurities in life. Rokam shokam tapam papam harame bhagavati kumati kalapam. You, the one who removes what? Roga, disease, shoka. In fact, shoka itself is a roga. The greatest disease that we have is we are not at ease. Shoka, sorrow all the time. And sorrow is about what? About our desires not fulfilled. That's all it is. Nobody can make you sorrowful unless you allow that. Shokam, shokam, tapam, papam, all the anxieties and all the impurities of harame, bhagavati, kumati, kalapam, all this kumati, the foolish mind, remove that. Then I have added this line, Upanishad sare madavahare tvamasi gatir mama kalu samsare. Upanishad sare, because you are the very essence of Upanishad. Madavahare, you are the garland of Madhava. You are the garland of Bhagavan Krishna. Tvamasi gatir mama, you are my gati. Samsare, tvamasi gati. You are the only resort I have in this samsara. Then it says, Yesham hridaye ganga bhaktihi tesham bhavadi sada sukhamuktihi. One whose heart has got the devotion to Ganga, for them there is easy liberation. So I changed it. Yesham hridaye gita bhaktihi Tesham bhavadi sada sukhamuktihi. Then Veda Vyasam Munina Rachitam. There Shankara Sevaka Shankara Rachitam. It is said there. They change it to Veda Vyasa Munina Rachitam Patati Sukhi Stava Iti Cha Samapta. That is how it ends. What? This is Veda Vyasa Munina Rachitam. This is composed by Veda Vyasa Muni. Even one who reads Patati, Sukhi Istava, this beautiful composition, Iticha Samastvaha. That is it. So it is Jnana-ganga. The Bhagavad-Gita is Jnana-ganga. The continuous stream, continuously available. So many thousands of years back, it was given to Arjun by Bhagavan, even today. That's why masters like Gurudev and others again and again came to revive it. Right? This Jnana-ganga is a continuous flow, unending flow. I call it as, Uttarakashi, where Gurudev studied this Gita, and he wrote a commentary there, sitting in Tapovan Kutir, where he studied, because Tapovanji did not teach him Gita, only Upanishads. When it comes to a time when he has to study Gita, Tapovanji looked at him and said, you don't need to be taught Gita, you know it. Once you know Upanishad, you know Gita. So taking that seriously, Gurudev later, when he wanted to write a commentary on Gita, what he did was, He went to Tapovan Kutir, where he studied, sat there in front of Ganga and wrote it. In the house, even now that room is still kept as it is, where Gurudev sat and wrote the Bhagavad-Gita commentary. So I call it as that Tapovan Kutir as Chinmayotri, not Gangotri. Gangotri is further away. Chinmayotri. From there, Chinmaya started. So Gurudev also felt that the Ganges is a great inspiration. For Swami Tapovanam, Gurudev's guru, he did only one meditation every day. Sat in front of Ganges. That's all he did. And the flow of Ganges. And at that time, nowadays, only traffic noise you get. Those times, there were hardly any, there is not even a road in front. So Tapovan Kutir and Ganges, it is just in front of it. And the Ganges was flowing like, throughout the year. And he would just sit down and listen to it. Even when I went first in 93, 94, 93, when I went there, the 92. So when I sat down there, at that time also the traffic was not much. The roads were not that very much well laid out. You can all that you hear 24 hours is Ganges. It is so, it's like when you are near some, freeway, you open the window, the same sound, but that is Ganges. So he just meditated on Ganga because he considered as a liquid knowledge. Knowledge coming in the form of water, Jnana-gangaayai. So in the entire that area, if you look at Rishikesh or Haridwar and many other places you go, they don't consider Ganga as a river, mother, Ma Ganga. And every day, thousands and thousands and thousands of people do Aarti for Ganga, and it has been going for thousands of years. Not a single day it is missed. Over 10,000 years it is going on. Not one day or 2 days. From the time it is Upanishad time, it is going on. The Vedic times it has been going on. The Ganges was being worshipped as mother, not yesterday. And how many people throughout the banks of river, starting from Gangotri onward, Ganga Aarti goes on every day, worshipped by thousands of people. That's the beauty of Ganges. So Jnana-Ganga also, the rishis and munis who are even sitting there in the Himalayas, even now, they continuously pass on this knowledge to the next generation, as Gurudev did to all of us. So this way, Bhagavad-Gita is Jnana-Ganga. Vedavyasa munina rachitam patati sukhi stava iti cha samavtaha. Thus we end these beautiful 108 names composed by our Guruji on Bhagavad-Gita. So we have concluded the series today. Thanks to every host that have hosted, especially to the coordinator here, who did an excellent job of coordinating this entire, it's almost 40 or 45 families, 40, 43 families. And I salute again and again, punaha, smaranam krutva namami namami Gurudevam. Again and again, I remember the Lord Gurudev also, and Lord, for giving this opportunity to share these thoughts with people. And I learned more and more, because every time I take a word to explain, I had to go back and look for the right kind of verses. And as I said, in the first 40 verses are not about what is contained in Gita, but I have to go back to Mahabharata and look at what are the instances and stories involved. So it's all available in the video, YouTube. So you can go and listen to it when you need. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.